bipolar female. Black 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 bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. Let me tell you where I've been, who I am, what I do, why I stand, how I live, what I think, what I love, what I am. Black bipolar female. Yes, ma'am. Many questions you could ask, what I don't know I will pass. I will help you understand all the ups, all the downs, all the smiles, all the frowns, all the whys, all the hows. Walk the journey with me, the road is full of wows. We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever.
I happen to be fortunate enough to spend a lot of time with people who are retired. They've all pretty much decided to stop giving advice to young people because young people don't listen. Now, I fully believe in listening, but I make my own decisions. I don't like doing something someone tells me to do and then realizing after the fact that I should have never listened to them. This has happened to me a couple of times, and I always regret not thinking things through and coming to my own conclusion. But oftentimes, older people confuse having someone listen to them with that person actually doing what they told them to do. I moved back home a little over 10 years ago now, and before I left, I had a dream of coming to New York City and becoming a writer and director. It didn't really matter to me what I wrote and directed. I just wanted to make it in New York City. If you can make it here, then you can make it anywhere, so the saying goes. My mentor told me to get into festivals. I had no idea how to do that, but I appreciated the direction. It turned out to be one of the best pieces of advice I ever followed. I've been in over a dozen festivals in New York City to date, and I've begun to produce shows completely on my own under my production company, Blake Ave Productions. I used to consider myself successful because I set a goal and I was able to accomplish that goal. We tell one another that accomplishing goals is all about hard work. Just put in the work over time and it will all pay off in the long run. But I think there's a little more to it. And I believe a man I spoke to, who was well into his 80s, hit the nail on the head when he said that success has 3 components: money, education, and luck. He said you don't need a ton of anyone in particular, but if you have just a little bit of all 3, then things will work out in your favor. Money has to come from somewhere. We just can't make it on this planet without it. Education to me is about information. People who know how to do certain things guard that knowledge. They don't want to tell just anyone everything they need to know in order to be on the same level as them. And maybe you don't believe in luck, and you place your future in the hands of a higher power, as I do. But even though I believe faith is the most powerful human emotion on the planet, I still think we need a little something more. I believe that in the 80 plus years this man had already lived, he'd reached a certain understanding of the world we live in, and he really put things in perspective for me because nowhere in his formula was hard work. Let's be real. We know so many people who seem to not work very hard at all, and they seem to have everything they need and more than they want. I think this formula would explain that. Money, knowledge, faith, or money, education, luck. To me, it's interchangeable. I encourage you to do an assessment of how much of each of these things you have, and if you're missing one of the 3, then work on obtaining it. What it takes to become successful may be easier to obtain than you think. This is Natasha saying, stay strong, stay healthy, and know that you are loved.
We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. Let me tell you where I've been, who I am, what I do, why I stand, how I live, what I think, what I love, what I am. Black bipolar female. Yes, man, many questions you can ask. What I don't know, I will pass. I will help you understand all the ups, all the downs, all the smiles, all the frowns, all the whys, all the hows. Walk the journey with me. The road is full of wows. We can learn together. We can grow forever. We can learn together. We can grow forever. Black bipolar female.